You know what I love?
What?
Hello.
I just love that you come up with all these intros every time we do this. It's so freaking cool.
Oh my gosh, there are so many new things on StreamYard. I was in the back office there playing around.
And that goes to show you, like, it's kind of, you stop using something for a little bit because we haven't been on StreamYard in a little while. And they add
Yes,
all these cool things that make you look so polished.
I
Ladies, y'all are going to have to
know.
explore that at one point in
Holy,
time.
I'm telling you. Well, listen, we want to welcome everybody to Open House. This is behind the scenes of Second Act Women and our friends and partners, like today's guest, Miss Amber DeBerry of Douglas County Libraries.
Yes.
And I want to know, how has your day been, Lupe? The last week, you had a COVID scare.
Girl, I know. It's kind of one of those where we just are kind of rocking and rolling literally with every day that kind of comes and changes, right? So yeah, no, I had a little which was a bummer because I totally wanted to attend the SAW Great Outdoors that we had, and unfortunately I found out that my real estate's husband got exposed, and then we met with her because we bought our property, yay, just last Friday. And so I had to kind of like put a couple things over the weekend on hold for us. But other than that, getting back into to swing of things for sure. How was yours?
Well, mine was lovely. It was filled with a lot of fun. I had a wine party on Friday night at my friend Debbie's house. I borrow people's backyards. And then Saturday was so fun getting together with the rest of the women with Second Act, and going up to Evergreen Lake here in Colorado. So I took my dog. She got a little, I even have a little, what do you call it? A life vest for my dog.
Yeah.
Has a little shark fin on it. She enjoyed it.
All the 4 pounds, like that's going to be super intimidating, right?
Oh, yes. And then Sunday, I don't know. I just kind of did my self-care Sunday and hung out with friends over at Cherry Creek Grill for dinner. It was a nice, relaxing time.
So cool.
I'm learning again how to take care of myself and self-care and self-journey, and which, you're good at.
Well, girl, it's become habit. That's the only reason why I'm good at it. Like, but yeah, you know what? I think self-care takes on a couple of different aspects for different people, and it has different meanings for different people, right? And so for me, I love to just getting up, going to the gym. That's like part of my thing. If I don't go to the gym, I feel wonky throughout the rest of the day. Like, and I think that's just because I've been doing it for so long. But self-care, can mean everything from, obviously doing what you do. I want you to share a little bit about your little self-care kit that you have on Sundays, because I'm always hearing you're doing these awesome things. I'm the daily grind at the gym in the mornings, and then I love my walks with my pup and my husband in the evenings. We've kind of been getting, as the weather's getting better. But tell them a little bit about what you do on Sunday too.
My gosh. Little Rigby. I know on Sundays, I have to admit, my butt needs to get back in church.
Oh,
so I need to have
God as a witness here.
Girl, isn't that the truth? So that needs to be a part of my self-care, I'm gonna admit. But I have a self-care kit that has everything from a neck warmer in it that you put in the microwave to, I always do my nails, which I can't believe they're already chipping. I just did them on Sunday.
Girl.
I have like the stuff that you put on your face, but the
like face mask.
It's the black
charcoal.
Charcoal. Oh my gosh, I got it from my cousin from Mary Kane. I love that.
I just take all the impurifications, and I've heard a lot of good things about that one.
I keep it on my face as long as I possibly can, or should, or shouldn't. And I just have all kinds of stuff in my kit, which leads me to, your self-care is 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, I believe. You are a churchgoer. You go to church on Sundays.
I do.
But I love what we're about to do, because next Friday, speaking of self-care, we're having a Second Act Women self-care camp at Douglas County Library's location in Lone Tree. And let me tell you something. The library is not the library we remember it to be in college, or,
or even in middle school. Yeah. Where you had the whole, like, what was it? Where you had to look through the index card.
Oh, the card file to find things. Oh my Lord.
I
remember
horrible at that. It was horrible.
Oh, I can't wait to tell you what my first job was, speaking of. So what I love is that we have Amber DeBerry that is a part of our self-care camp that we want to welcome. Hey, Amber.
Hi, guys. Good to see you.
You too. And you have 2 positions with Douglas County Libraries. So not only are you Director of Communications for the 7 libraries that you have down there, but you're also the Executive Director of the Foundation for the library.
Right.
Okay. So oddly enough, I don't think a lot of people know that there are people behind the system that are doing communications, marketing, all of that. Tell us about your position there.
Yeah. So, marketing and communications is one of the departments I oversee. I'm actually a director of community engagement, which encompasses 6 different departments: special events, marketing, as we said, visual design, which is not, it's arts, it's the signage in the libraries, local history, volunteer services, which to run a library at any given time, we have 1,500 active volunteers, helping us in locations. Yeah, it's crazy. You need all the support you can as a nonprofit. And so I get to do a little bit of all the things I love. I get to be in my community. I get to support them. I still have a love of marketing. As you know, Barbara, we go way back. And marketing and advertising are something that I've always loved. And I'm glad to see that all different types of businesses are engaging in the importance of good communication and good marketing. And, it's important for everybody to communicate with the people that want to use your services or your products. And so it's a great place to work. And the foundation is it's a nonprofit. It's the nonprofit arm of Douglas County Libraries. It's a 501c3 foundation that raises funds for the libraries, as well as for scholarships and in our community, for people that maybe want to come to something but can't afford to.
Oh,
it's a great little thing. And then we also get to partner with other wonderful organizations such as yours and support them. So it's just 2 wonderful organizations, all under the umbrella of inspiring a love of discovery, connection, and of course, reading. Of course.
Well, and that's the thing, is it's discovery, connection, and reading. Back in our day, it was just about reading, and we were just laughing about going through the card file or the fish system. Remember that?
Yes,
microfish.
Knowing Dewey Decimal. I remember we had to study the Dewey Decimal system.
Yes.
That's not quite the same anymore.
Okay, because yes.
Yeah.
The Dewey Decimal system. You're absolutely right.
Right. Things have changed quite a bit. I mean, if you want to use the Dewey Decimal, you can. It's just, they're much more innovative places. Hubs is what I would use, like a word that kind of
hubs
summarizes. Yeah. I mean, it's a place to come work. It's a place to come learn. It's a place to escape and read a book. If you've been to our libraries, you'll see there's nooks everywhere, but there's outdoor spaces. There's warm, cozy fireplaces you can sit by. There's, you can bring in your lunch and, have a beautiful lunch looking at the mountains and read your favorite book. So it's a little bit of everything now.
It's definitely different from what it used to be, as you said, because there was no way food and drink was allowed in the library back in the day.
Well, noise, I mean, there are still quiet spots, but we welcome energy and noise in the library. Yeah.
Well, and what I loved when we were doing our tour, here comes Lupe again. When we were doing our tour, welcome back.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot to connect my PC, and so it's like low battery, and then it just kicked me. So sorry about that.
That can remember the woman who has like 5 desktop, 5 screens on your desk. But yes, I know, I get it. We were talking about how different today's library is because. When Verona, who's on our team, and I went and did a walkthrough for our self-care camp, I was like, this is a library? What? I mean, because it's like you said, there were nooks and crannies for you to there were people working from there, co-working. It's a little bit of a co-working space. That beautiful open green space in front of Lone Tree Library where you can go and have a picnic if you want. The upstairs outside area with the tables and chairs and event hall. I mean, what?
Yeah, it's they're really, and I think libraries across the United States and globally have kind of grabbed onto, that we're a hub or a community space. Obviously, you're going to find incredible materials and references and books and, online resources, but it's way more than that. It's a place to come together. You can connect. I love to come to some of the libraries late in the afternoon during the school year, and you can see tutors working with all different aged, children, helping them succeed in their pathways. A lot of the local businesses do trainings here. You see weddings. We had a wedding a month ago at our Parker branch, and beautiful setups. And so the idea behind it is to just, to connect people and give them a space to do that. Give them a space where they feel inspired to do the things that they're wanting to do in their life.
Well, and what I love, and I know I'm jumping in, so apologies if y'all have covered this, but I think what's kind of cool is that, in addition to kind of creating a cool space for people to kind of come and do their everyday or even get smarter, learning and tutoring and all that, you're also partnering with organizations like ours to host some pretty cool, innovative programs to benefit your community as well and benefit our community in the same vein as well, too.
Yeah, it's extremely important for us to highlight all types of different businesses and groups that are in our community, that are supporting our community. And one of our initiatives this year is to really focus on the mental health of our community and to support other organizations that are doing that. And when we talked with you guys and hearing about all the wonderful things you do, and then talking about, this event that you were starting to really think about, and it just seemed like the perfect fit. Like, how can we support such a great organization and a topic that's so important right now to all of us? And I'm really looking forward to seeing all the different things that you guys are going to do at your event.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Well, and we're excited because at the event, we're going to be doing, we're going to start the day with yoga.
I heard some sunshine and some yoga happening.
Get the blood flow going, right?
Right. That's right. We're going to be doing a little yoga in the morning, thanks to our partners at Inner City Healthcare. We are going to be doing, we're going to do a panel of all of us age groups of talking about the modern woman over 40 and 50 who have been there, done that, still doing it, looking for more.
Love it. Always looking, always growing. Right?
Always looking, always growing. And, a lot of times mental health goes into self-care, obviously. And so a lot of times we talk about mental health. And I love organizations, by the way, like yours, that gets that it's A-okay. If not, let's talk about mental health care and taking care of your mind, health, body, community, and all of that.
Often we can become reactive to mental health, and the things that, we're trying to avoid have already have happened. Where what I love about some of the things that both the library and Second Act are doing is this is preventative care as well. You two were talking about self-care, right? And how important that is. You're doing so much through those things to prevent, mental health issues down the road as well. So mental health happens, there's so many stages of it, and we never think about it prior to when we start to hit the problems or the issues. I think self-care, as you were talking about earlier, is just vital to that.
Yeah. And I think also too, we live in a time where, terms have become also, up for interpretation, right? Like sometimes self-care is also looked at like, oh, it's, you've made those comments, Barb, where it's like, it's just face cup, or it's like, it's spa time, or it's this. And yes, they all have their place and they all kind of create space for us to enjoy and relax. But true self-care at the very core of it starts with making sure that you yourself are feeling good on the inside and are in check, in tune. And if not, if you're feeling off or not feeling 100%, taking those steps to really kind of take care of, whether it's like, leaving those relationships that are no longer serving you, or it's, taking audit or being aware of that job that you're in that's maybe, causing you to have career burnout. So it's a lot, it's encompassing of a lot of topics that I think we're going to be really diving into at self-care, which I love it because it's a combination of both the external care, but definitely focused on the internal love that we all need to show each other.
And Amber, I would love to know what are some of the other programs, when I was on the site, My Lord. Douglas County Libraries and any library system really across the country, no matter where you're watching, has a lot of summer programming, and not just for kids like it used to be for us. So what is going on this summer at any one of your 7 locations?
Well, yes, I'll tell you some of the exciting things. And I think that is important. Wherever you live, take the time to go look at what your library system is doing. I'll be honest, prior to working at the libraries, which is quite some time ago, I still lived in this community, and I didn't know the variety and the depth of services that were provided. I just didn't know it.
Yeah.
And it's really quite extensive. And so some of the things, that I think are really exciting that we do are obviously that kind of core stuff about reading, summer reading programs, but they're not like they used to be. They're not read a book and that's all you do. And, there's interactive pieces, you really got to meet people where they're at. So there's lots of outreach in the community. We'll talk about reading at the pools. We'll come to the pools. We have we'll do all that stuff. We have a great program starting in July called the Brew Tour. It's something we used to do years ago where we activate local breweries, including coffee houses, tea shops, and then obviously, different breweries throughout the community. And we partner with them creating reading lists. We have events at the breweries. We have the breweries come to the libraries at night. Yeah, you can sign up and you can go and do all the different activities and you get prizes. And it's a way to engage not only with people that maybe don't come to the libraries as much, but it's also supporting many local businesses in our community, which is huge. It's so important to support that infrastructure and the environment of local business. And so that's one of the things that I'm really excited about. And I do believe that, all kinds of different library districts offer different things like this. So that's something that is available. Events like yours where we partner with great organizations to come out, you just kind of got to keep coming back and checking to see. We bring in big authors. We've had Dan Brown here. We just all different, different times. Jojo Moyes. Every year it's somebody different. And we host them all throughout the community, not just at the library. Sometimes they're big events, where we have, food and drink to celebrate. So just a few things that we do.
All right. You're inspiring me to go check out my library. I'm going to tell you. Because I literally am within a bike ride away from mine, and they've got these cool outdoor spaces at their library. Yes. And so I live up in Broomfield. And now I'm like, I got to go check this out and see what I could take advantage of. Because it's educational, it's free, it's community driven. Plus all the way around.
I believe there's a concert series at some of the libraries up north. I think they have a concert series going on in some of the libraries up north right now. So check it out.
Wow. Well, and you know what too is when we were talking, because yes, you and I go way back when you were over at Wildlife Experience, which those of you that are from Denver may remember Wildlife Experience. So I love that you're bringing even some of those activities there, because I remember you were doing brew events.
That's right.
Lots of galas and all of that. Yeah. What I love in talking to you about Douglas County Libraries that I didn't recognize, and I think many of us don't know, are those resources that you mentioned are also for the business owner or even the career seeker. So if you're a business owner, tell us about some of those free resources that are available that can save us a lot of time as solopreneurs.
A lot of time, a lot of resources besides, time. So one of the kind of the hidden gems of what I think of Douglas County Libraries, and I do think other library districts, again, nationally do some of these things, but we have a program that's called DCL for Business, and it literally will support local businesses in their market research, in creating business plans, in marketing plans, and this is free of charge. You can meet with a business librarian, talk about your vision or your ideas, and they will say, we can come back and help you by, here's the research, or here's a couple of reports we ran for you. An example I like to use is, let's say I want to start a yoga studio, since we're talking about yoga today a little bit.
Yeah.
They can run, there's this many yoga studios in this geographic area that you're looking at. Competition would be here, and there. You could get a competitive analysis like that. Here's what, here's some local costs that go associated with it. Maybe you've already started it and you want a marketing plan. They can help you with that. great resources. It's like having a business partner for a little while that comes in and gives you some advice and then lines you up with great resources that are free that you can continue to use. I'm sure many of you are familiar with market segmentation, right? Target marketing, something we can't live without anymore. I feel like if we're going to do great communication, we need to know who we're talking to and how they want to be reached.
That's right.
There are databases and tools at the library that you can come and use, or you can get online and use, that will help you figure out some of those demographics and then associated psychographics that go along with your audiences.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that is incredible to know. And by the way, you said a business librarian?
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know that. That's a whole new. So what other kind of librarians do you have? Suppose I want to switch careers. Is there anything for that I can research a company or industry or?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, absolutely. They can guide you, or they can give you the resources that will do it. So let's say you want to go into something else, just, personally, you're changing your job or you're job hunting. They can line you up with resources. They can give you the information you need to then go do your own research. Or they can line you up with potentially other organizations that may support you. A lot of workforce development companies and nonprofits are in your communities, but sometimes you don't even know where to start to look for them.
Yeah.
The library can help connect you to those resources.
Yeah. And there's a lot of great also just like city resources with workforce development programs and initiatives to kind of help career seekers move the needle.
Much.
I love the collaboration between both entities, though. That's pretty neat. And I, just like Barb, I wasn't aware that there was a business librarian. So that's pretty awesome that now we're giving our community new terms and new knowledge to go out into their libraries and take full advantage of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Jolene said, Jolene has another question, but she said, I love this. Do other counties have business librarians? Good question.
That is a good question. I'm not sure exactly what their titles might be, but I do think lots of libraries have small business support, and how that comes together, I think varies from library district to library district. But I think it would be worth researching on Denver Public Library's website to see if they have some kind of small business support, and they may call it something different, but I have a feeling they do. I'm not 100% sure, but.
Well, now a quick question on that. So do you have to be like, for example, in your current geographic region, to take advantage of your resources, or anyone can come to?
You don't. Now, I will say, so it's really something brilliant in Colorado. I can't speak for the rest of the United States. Everybody's a little bit different. But in Colorado, we have created a big partnership where we can use other libraries from all over. So I can go and, check out something from Arapahoe Library District, even if I'm, a Douglas County citizen, for example. There may be limitations on how much if you're not living in that community, but no, you can be provided services from all over. If we don't have something at our library and you see it somewhere else, we can actually request it. It's called an interlibrary loan. And so we can actually find resources from another library district in the state and bring them to you. So we all share that. And then I'll say, if you move away, we have people that live all over the world that are Douglas County Library members because they either used to live here or they worked here, and maybe they're in the military and they still use our online resources from all over the place.
Okay, wow. This is so eye-opening, and I'm just amazed. And it sounds like our viewers are amazed at what else besides books can be found, because the only other thing I think a lot of us know that we can do at the library besides check out a new book is check out videos. I know that was one of the things that I don't know when that came about several years ago, but I'm not quite sure how many people may have known that those other free resources, whether you're career switching, business ownership, I love the market segmentation, the psychographics that you can get, the demographics, all of that for free, because as solopreneurs or Lupe and I are a partnership, regardless, there is a lot of time and energy that goes into starting a business. And if you can get a shortcut by going to a Douglas County library or a Denver library, or if you're in California, you can grab that information.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, and I think, like I said, I think it's kind of it's not that we want to keep it a secret. I just think that not as many people know about it. But it's really kind of a great thing. You can walk away with, some resources, some plans, and maybe that just kind of gives you that little extra, kick that, you might need, that little extra support. But yeah, there's all kinds of things that libraries do that are not just books. I will say books are important. They're amazing. Yes. And they too provide, not only do they provide knowledge, but they provide escape, or they provide, serenity in some cases. And so there's all kinds of things that they do as well. But online resources are really big now too. So from wherever you are, that's something you can access. And I mean, amazing things. And it isn't just books.
Yeah. So I'm curious. So kind of just coming around real quick back to self-care, like you had talked about earlier about the importance of mental health and how that had become kind of a key focus for Douglas County. And obviously now knowing all of these cool things that you guys are doing, like, I'm curious, what brought mental health top of mind to your, your library system?
Yeah. So one of the things we do when we look at a strategic plan, so we're in year one of a 5-year new strategic plan, is we do a real deep dive into what the community is facing. We do we call it the big data report, but like anything, right? Using big data to just drive your business decisions. So we have core operations that a library needs to do. We need to lend things. That is part of our commitment to our patrons and our customers. We also feel like it's very important to see what's happening in the community, what big things are changing. And so when we did this latest thing, we looked at the community data. Obviously, as we've gone through COVID, you've heard of some of the challenges that our world has been facing. One of those being an increase in mental health concerns and issues.
Yes.
So as we looked
at all ages.
All ages. Absolutely. Yeah. And as we started to dive deep into, okay, we don't have the resources we're welcoming to all, and we can provide information and books to all, but we don't have the resources to be able to do everything that we want to help, but we do try to pick some really key initiatives and align with what the community is focusing on. So we knew that our community and our county had started to really take a bigger look at mental health, as I believe the world is starting to do. And we knew that some of our services and systems, we needed to support them. So we decided we were going to align with that strategy for the next few years and really try to move some of our support into those areas. Yeah.
And how does that show up at the libraries in terms of support? So one of our viewers maybe wants to bring their son or their daughter or themselves to, what can they find? How does that support show up?
Yeah, well, obviously, we still want to align it with our brand, right? So our brand at Douglas County Libraries is to provide premium experiences to inspire a love of connection, discovery, and reading. So when we look through that lens, and then we look at mental health, we're like, what can we do with our brand to support this? One is partnering with amazing organizations like you. That is a perfect example of how to align resources in a really efficient and targeted way. Another one is exactly what we were just talking about. So different reading lists. Our collections team is brilliant, and they will put together all kinds of different preferred reading lists or recommended reading lists on different topics. So they've got some different ones that are targeted at mental health, both preventative, and then other ones that are a little bit more directed at issues that are already kind of at the forefront. So of people's mental health issues. So they will do that, so that if you're coming, you're like, I need something to help me with high anxiety. We may have a preferred or recommended reading list of some items that may help you. One example of that. We also have incorporated some things with our staff where all of them have been given the opportunity to take some mental health support training through our learning and development office. So they've actually created some classes for our frontline staff to learn a little bit more how to support needs in our community, so that when people come in and ask questions that are around mental health, our staff is more prepared to answer them or provide resources for them.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing. I mean, congratulations. You guys have thought about it all. And I love just the thoughtfulness and the intention that you all put with the programming and the steps you guys take to activate and deliver on that is impressive. Like, pretty awesome.
I feel like it's it's an honor to be able to serve your community. And I think that that's how we try to look at it every day, is we're grateful that we get the opportunity to support such a lovely community, and really the extended community. As we said, libraries are welcome to all. And to be able to like stand on that value, we welcome everyone, we're welcome to all. It feels very powerful. And how can you not celebrate it, right? It's just
right.
That's awesome.
It is. It's so beautiful. We just want to say thank you for becoming a partner. I know we've been working together to figure out what that was going to be. And so we are so thrilled to be a part of your community as well, Amber. And next week, tickets are on sale. What I love is that we have also partnered not only with Douglas County Libraries, but also Intercity Healthcare, which at the event, we're going to you're going to be able to get a biometrics screening. So you can get your blood checked, a BMI screening. You could get, you'll get your glucose. So we're taking care of you, not only inside, but outside at this event. And we've also partnered with Random House. So they are providing us with a really wonderful book that also has a journal in it for our own self-care. And so lots of perks and freebies. You're providing us with swag for our own self-care toolkits as well. And we just, so we just appreciate you. And we look forward to seeing people, next week at our self-care camp. And it is by and for women over 40. And so, thanks to you for being our venue and providing a lot of other things, and for what you do at Douglas County Libraries.
Absolutely.
And so, we thank you.
We feel the same with you all. I mean, great work in the community, great work, for all of us women over a certain age. And just, I just love to see all the things that you guys are doing to give back to the community as well. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. And it looks like Jolene said she bought a ticket and she's welcome. She's
I love it. Yeah, we look forward to seeing as many women as we can at the library. So definitely take advantage of, those insiders get 30% off. So definitely take advantage and activate your promo code that's inside of the Facebook as well as on your member dashboard in the insider membership community. But other than that, I'm excited to get a little self-care going on in community style next week.
Right. That's right. So we want to say thank you all for talking with us. Well, thank you for talking with us today, and for Jolene and Verona and others that were out there watching on LinkedIn and right here inside of the Facebook community for Second Act Women. We look forward to seeing you live and in person next Friday, June 24th. You can get tickets at SecondActWomen.com, and go ahead and please visit your local library. And if you are in the Douglas County area, it is dcl.org. They have 7 locations. And we thank you again, Amber. So hang tight, and we'll say goodbye to everyone. And we look forward to seeing you later this week with another open house. So have a great Tuesday, everyone.
Have a good one, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.